Seles 1-2 second set, leading by a set against Pierce.
Well, that second serve seemed to kick up quite considerably, so much so that Pierce couldn't control it and hit a weak returner serve, and well attacked on the forehand side by Seles. Oh. Take that. This is a type of shot that I'd like to have a radar gun on, just to see how fast it really was. I mean, it looked very quick.
And that was very quick. The drive volley from actually just inside the baseline. Look where she's standing when she plays this.
She looked for a moment like she was going to let it bounce, didn't she? But then why let it bounce when you can hit a winner like that? And she's having trouble with the ball toss. I don't know if it's the wind or just the way she herself is throwing the ball up.
2 games all, second set. I knew that Mary Jo Fernandez is coming back against Lisa Raymond. Raymond won the first set on the tiebreak, but Fernandez leads 3-1 in the second, and it's 4-all first set between Medvedev and Querten. Don't forget, of course, Chris Bowers will be here tonight at 10 o'clock. Oh no, of course he won't be at 10 o'clock. He will be, the highlights will be after the athletics tonight, the very special night of athletics from Canada, featuring, of course, Michael Johnson against Donovan Bailey. That will be starting at 9 UK time, and the tennis rendezvous with all the results will come up after that. But I'm sure our technical people will come up with a way of bringing you the result of this match as soon as it is finished, given that chances are it won't be finished before we hand you over to our colleagues in America for Indy karting. Mind you, if Pierce plays shots like that, we maybe all finished in 15 minutes.
Again, you know, she missed the drop shot. It wasn't a bad shot to go for tactically, but she didn't have to go for the line. She could have gone a meter inside the sideline. Had she done that, she would, all in all probability, have hit the winner. Magnificent. Perhaps a little bit short from Seles, and that was just inside the baseline. Seemed to misjudge that. Well, that serve was 165 kilometers an hour, so she also has a lot of power.
Yes, it really did rock Seles back onto the back foot.
Well, she has to take all negative thoughts out of her mind and think only positively. That's certainly the way Monica Seles appears to be thinking.
I'm just asking Jane Harvey for confirmation that it was a fault. I don't think there was any doubt about it. I think she left that, didn't she?
Well, the previous time she came up to the net and let the ball go, she was waving her racket at the ball, and some players do that. She certainly waved the racket at it, but with no intentions, in my opinion, of hitting it. Yes, I would agree that she let the ball go, but good judgment.
Good effort from Pierce, holding serve from love 30. And she moves in front again on serve. 3-2 in the second set. Go across the bottom of the screen. So if you're watching the IndyCars, you will be able to find out what happens to this match. And then, of course, at 9 o'clock tonight UK time, we'll be off to join Tim Hutchins and Steve Cram in Toronto for the big night. Live and exclusively live on Eurosport. Donovan Bailey against Michael Johnson, plus an all-star supporting cast.
Well, she's trying hard, is Mary Pierce, to play her own natural game, just under a little bit of pressure because her opponent is putting her under pressure, but she's adding to that pressure as well, making errors. Seles hit that ball, and you can see here she's just got to keep going forward, but so keen is she to hug that baseline.
Yes, she regards the net as she would regard a minefield. Oh, yes. What a point. No wonder they're on their feet.
Yes, she certainly does regard the net as a minefield. I watched her play a doubles match the other day with Anke Huber, and none of the girls, neither of them really, were prepared to go up to the net too often. But fantastic scrambling by Pierce there. Very, very slow second serve, 102 kilometers an hour. It had width, but that's all it had.
Well, fantastic scrambling this time by Seles, but what a misjudgment this time by Pierce. Either she had to smash it or she had to start running before the ball was past her.
Well, she couldn't have thought that the ball was going to go out. She obviously misjudged it in terms of the wind taking it, and it wasn't where she thought it was going to be.
Love the hurdle over the ball, boy. Terrific stuff. Well, yep, daisy. Yeah, gosh, it's a good job he didn't get up a little fraction earlier.
That's
that
right.
could have been very nasty.
I think a foot actually hit him.
Yes, it did. He just brushed his back.
Yeah, that could have been a very nasty fall.
3 games all. New balls. Well, Seles is pointing. Jane Tabor's coming, and if she rules this one out, I will fear for Jane's safety.
That's good, yes. You can see the mark there. It's behind the line, but it actually began through the line. So I think, quite frankly, I think Monica was just taking a bit of a chance there.
Maybe she felt she needed a breather.
Out of the corner of my eye, to the far side of the court, I noticed someone using a flash in their camera. Well, it's not very advisable to do that. A, it puts the players off, and B, the flash doesn't carry that far anyway.
And that's good tactic against Seles. We know that she's not the quickest thing, and also we know that she's desperately uncomfortable at the net.
Well played point, not waiting for Seles to get back into position by staying in the baseline or on the baseline, getting up to the net. Easy forehand volley put away.
Now let me tell you, we will be leaving at the end of this game to bring you Sports Centre and then to go to IndyCars. But I remind you that our colleagues will be putting the result of this match on the screen for you during the IndyCars. And of course, Chris Bowers will be here with a roundup of all today's results, including all the matches still in progress. That'll be after the Michael Johnson, Donovan Bailey showdown. And we'll be back at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning as the French Open moves into its second week.